my fellow crazy simmers. This is Courtney here, and we are back today with another speed build. And I'm currently trying to work on my save file. I don't know if I think I mentioned that in my last speed build. But yeah, this one was a build that I was trying to do for my save file. I don't know if I will ever have it available for anybody, but it's just a project that I wanted to start working on. So yeah, we're in Willow Creek, and I am working on building a bungalow styled home, and this was inspired by a picture I saw online. And it technically has a second floor, but the second floor is like a lofted space, so I think it technically still counts as a bungalow. The picture I found online, it had a lofted space, but it didn't look like it had a second floor. But it's really hard to do that in The Sims, so I had to actually build a second floor, and I don't think I cut out much of the footage, so you'll see me messing around with that lofted space a lot and with the roof. I did cut out some of the roof part because it was just a pain in my behind, and I probably spent like 45 minutes probably. I kept coming back to it and kept fixing it, so yeah, I mean, you'll see a little bit here, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I really like how it turned out. It turned out really cute, and yeah, so here's me messing with the roof. But anyway, yeah, how are you guys doing? I know right now we are, going through like a quarantine type of situation. How are you guys doing with that? I honestly wish that I had more time to play The Sims, because I work at a gas station, so even though like I live in Michigan, I live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan in the United States, and our entire state is under like a stay-at-home order except for essential personnel, and a gas station is considered essential, so I don't get to stay home. But yeah, so my son, who is 9, is, the school's closed. My husband is an Army recruiter. They've been out of the office for I think at least a week, so I thankfully don't have to worry about my son, because I work nights, so I sleep most of the time during the day, and so with my husband being here, it makes it a lot easier. I actually wanted to cut this out, and I decided not to. I messed around with the stairs so much, because I had an idea of where I wanted them to go, and where they ended up fitting wasn't exactly where I wanted them, but it does end up working, so I mean, guess I'm happy with it. But yeah, it was just, we needed a staircase up to that lofted space. I wish we had working ladders, because I think a ladder would have probably worked a lot better, or like shorter stairs or something. I really don't know, but yeah, so yeah, so, and then yeah, I said I saw a picture online that inspired this build. I actually used the floor plan that it had in it as well, and so I actually did that a lot off camera, because I was trying to make this a tiny home. As you can see, it's the tier 3, I believe, is what it came under, so it's not a tiny home, it's technically a small home, for what EA likes to call these, but it's still a tiny home in my eyes, I think. But there was a decent amount of like living space, and you'll see once I get to furnishing like the living room and the dining area, because of the stairs, it made it a little difficult, so the dining area is not very large, but this is only a 1-bedroom, so I guess you don't really need a large dining area for 1 sim or 2 sims, so it worked out just fine. But we are working on the lofted bedroom area at the moment. It's pretty simple, just the bed, I can't even talk, the side tables, and then a dresser with a mirror over the top. And now we are doing the dining room, I think. I don't know, I was so all over the place with this. Oh, we're working on the railings, okay. Yeah, I was trying to get matching railings from the outside, and I did want this to be a starter home. It doesn't end up being a starter home. I think it's like 23,000 simoleons in total, and I think that includes the lot. I'm not sure. maybe it doesn't include a lot, I'm not sure, but I really wanted it to be a starter home and it just didn't happen. So I started not really caring about using the cheapest things, because I try to use the cheapest items that I still like and feel that fit into the build that I'm doing. So, you know, I just started paying more attention to, you know, things that matched and fit what I was going for, I guess. But inside, you know, the walls, I just went with the plain. It has the light green to kind of complement the outside, because the outside of the house is green with the red door. I thought that was cool. And that is also what the inspiration photo had as well. So, but yeah. So, and then just fixing the lights there. And now we're on to, I think, cluttering up and decorating, because everything is pretty much, you know, the rooms are all built. I'm really sorry, I'm really out of practice with my voiceovers. And you'll see in the photos at the end, I did have to move that, like the thing that has all the olive oil in it. I've never used that before, and when I was playtesting this, the Sim couldn't use that counter because it's the only counter that doesn't have clutter on it, and she wouldn't use the counter with that. So I sized it down and moved it up a little bit, and then she was able to use the counter just fine. So yeah. But this build is available on the gallery. If you search my username crazycordy or the hashtag crazycordy, you can find it either way. There's also a direct link in the description down below of this video. So and like I said, I did play test it, so everything is usable. I made sure, you know, the bathroom, because I did move objects in the bathroom, so I wanted to make sure that the toilet and sink weren't too close to each other and that they could still get into the tub. So all that stuff works, so no issues there. And yeah, we're just doing some rugs now. See, this was the point where I was just like, I looked at how much the house was costing, and it was like already over 21,000 simoleons, and I was like, I can't get rid of anything. Like, there's nothing I can think of that I could get rid of, so I'm just not even gonna care anymore. So but I think because it's a tiny home and you have lowered bills, it's probably would be doable, you know, with the 2 Sim. If you had like a couple, or I don't know, siblings or something, you know, somebody who doesn't mind sharing a bed, I guess. So I mean, I would mostly say a couple. If you had a couple living in here, and maybe if they started with high funds, if you're making a story, I don't know, but it should work. And as usual, I did use the show live edit objects for all the decorations and landscaping outside, because I do love to landscape. It's a lot of fun, and it just makes the house seem more homey. It seems more like an actual house, not just a little thing plopped on a flat lot. Especially when you're making a tiny home, I feel like you have to go a little, I don't know if you need to go overboard, but I feel like sometimes you can just make it, you know, fill it up with some landscaping so it doesn't look so empty and awkward. If I was more experienced, I guess, I would probably mess with the terrain a little bit and make it not so flat, but I'm not really experienced with it, and it just looks really weird when I try to do anything with the terrain, so I tend to not really mess with it. Maybe I should get some more practice in there, I guess. But yeah, just adding a little bit more landscaping here. I'm adding like patches of grass so it looks more not so flat, I guess, like I said. But and I did try, I don't know if I did on camera, I don't think I did. I did not. I did not. I sized that tree down, because when I looked, when I went to Manage Worlds, that tree is just insanely huge. But yeah, so this is the entire build. The screenshots are coming up in just a second. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and this build. If you did, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, enjoy the screenshots, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.